everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to our Wednesday stream. Things are going to be a little different today. This is very special. I am Nate Price. I am your community manager. Thanks to you guys for joining us every week for these streams. This one's a little early today. And part of the reason is because we've got a really big update coming tomorrow, and we wanted an opportunity to talk about it before we let a bunch of people in our community show it to you. And to that end, I brought head dude in charge, also named Chris. Our game director, Chris Clay, is joining me today.
Yeah, finally better, finally back.
Yes.
Almost back to fighting weight, not quite, but feeling much better. Really excited about this update.
Yeah, I'm happy that you're here. People in chat kept asking about you, especially like as we kept pushing back the AMA that we're going to be doing with you, which we've got scheduled.
Oh, I see. Did I bring my doctor's note? If you want my my picture from when I was getting my CT scan, I can bring that in. Yeah. That stuff is not fun to drink down.
All right. Anyway, welcome to the Wednesday before our big Dominaria update for MTG Arena. There's a whole slew of stuff that we're going to be adding into the game. Please make sure as soon as you're finished with this stream, we're only going to be here for about an hour, and we got like a hard out because starting at 1 o'clock right after the stream, 1 o'clock Pacific time, we got exactly 27 streamers who are going to be out there. We gave them early access to the client, set them up with cool accounts, really similar to the ones that we've got here, and hook their special accounts up with some gems and some Dominaria so that they can show this off to you. Because we're gonna have a lot of fun, but part of the reason you guys have worked so hard on building this is so that other people can enjoy this game. So we're gonna give everybody an opportunity to do that. If you guys are participating in that early access event and are hanging out and chat with us, say what's up. I'm looking forward to seeing some of you guys. I see Amazonian in there so far. Whole bunch of cool kids. Looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with over the next 4 hours. I have talked a lot. I do that. But I would like to show people things. Would you also like to show people things?
I would indeed like to show some things.
All right. Well, this is your baby, so I'm going to let you drive.
All right. So let's get started.
Let's jump on in. Ooh, look, Dominaria. Teferi lording over us all with his look of concern / well, that's just concern. Yeah. Silent judgment.
Starting off is the big one. So we do have quick draft over here. Draft is coming. Yep. Really excited about that. I know as a limited player, I have been long waiting for this day.
So it's funny. I've already seen some stuff that we might as well talk about. 750 gold quest PogChamp has come up a bunch. Yeah, we've revamped the free-to-play economy quite a bit, haven't we?
So I know there's been a lot of speculation around it. We're really excited to finally talk about it. If you're interested in all the details at this very moment in time, I'm leaning over here and I'm going to post the state of the beta, which will have everything listed out in detail.
He's got to log into his computer because it went to a sleep screen. But yeah, Clay, he's posting the state of the beta that has all of the information about all of the economy stuff listed there. So please don't leave us. Stay with us. We're not going to run through everything here, but know that it is there for you at forums.mtgarena.com in the general discussion category. You'll find this. It'll be hanging out there. Hopefully within a couple seconds, it'll be pinned to the top.
Right. So, and on the note, on the feels bad, we're at the screen because the way the quest system works, if you have quests already there, they're going to be there until you complete them. My advice for all the players is to go into the update with one quest that you can recycle, because when you recycle the quest, it will come back as one of the new quests that have a value between 500 and 750 for the rewards. Yeah. And that is part of the baseline economy. What we're trying to do is get more gold into players' hands. Part of that is, with the ICRs, that turned out to not work the way we had expected. They were meant as a sort of oh, you want to keep playing, here's some bonuses, and they were seen as a primary point of progression past the baseline. We've really worked on the heartbeat of the economy, so between your quest each day and the win bonuses, you're going to be able to earn at least 1,000 gold. So that opens us up to at least 10 packs a week between the daily quests, the win bonuses, and the weekly awards. And then beyond that, we don't actually expect people will be spending their gold necessarily at open packs because we've got events in store for you. And we're really excited about getting events in because events are what we expect people to be playing once they get through their heartbeat. And that's going to be what you're going to use to basically accelerate your earn down the line.
It's also part of the core to any a good, well-functioning economy like this is you have to have options for people who just want to get on and play, and like whether they're good casual players, like you want people to get rewards just simply for playing your game. But you also want the people who are want their skill to really matter, to have a venue and an outlet for that. And events are going to be, in addition to an opportunity for you to extend your play and your ability to earn rewards over the course of a day. There were players who have skill in mind are going to be able to see some additional benefits from taking people to town. Yep,
and events are our playground. That's where we're going to be doing the most experimentation. We haven't set up a determined baseline for entry fees and awards out. That's really where we're going to play. We've got the quests that are in the state of the beta, and we have some surprises in store. And we'll see how it goes. And that will be a place where we're going to be doing more tweaking as we go through the beta.
Cool. Let's talk about draft real fast, actually, because quick draft is it's called quick draft very specifically for a reason.
Correct.
I don't want to spoil or steal your thunder. Why are we calling it quick draft as opposed to some other term?
Well, eventually we will have pod drafting where you're playing or drafting with all humans in the pod. For right now, with quick draft, it is meant to be an experience where any time of day you get into the draft. You're going to be drafting against bots. Obviously, being bots, it's something that we need to spend a lot more time tuning. So we're going out with this first to give us the time to get that into the shape we want. It's not going to be a replacement for pod drafting, but we think it is going to be an experience that players are going to enjoy. Right now, I can tell you that the bots are a bit in the player favor because the bots are drafting to win. So they're going to do some things like pass, dual lands where a human might pick those up. We'll look at that. We'll continue to tune it. But there's also an experience that's going to be really important down the line. This is something that's easier for new players to get into because you can take all the time you want. You can exit the draft, come back in later. If you need to go look at tier lists on the web to try and make a decision, you can do that. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. So I see you guys in chat. And now is when I get to be real with y'all. I am like the hardest core drafter. It is my preferred method of playing Magic. We are in our beta right now, and so there are things that we have to test. This is a drafting process. We are going to want to be able to. We're trying to build this game also to reach a very wide audience, but also make sure that our core audience is happy as well. And so. Coming up with a easy to enter, less scary, wider appeal version of draft is something that's very core to us as we start to grow. Don't worry, we are absolutely working on putting together the normal 8-man podded draft against other human beings experience. You won't play in pods. It's really similar to Magic Online's League draft model. But we're working on that right now. We have not forgotten you guys. Do not worry. It's just getting this up and going ahead of time, especially because it's got some pieces that need to be tested a little bit more. Part of the beta process, right?
Right, and I saw some things going by. You're not going to be playing your matches against bots. You're playing against other humans in the queue.
Yeah. So another thing that I want to make sure that we catch on. So we caught whole bunch of people checking out the fact that we'd increased the amount of gold you get from quests. I did see one person commenting about the win with, black-green deck, for example. Those are gone, right?
Those are gone. We've removed them from the pool at the moment. They really weren't doing what we wanted. The restrictions on the decks to accomplish them were too harsh. Back to the drawing board there. We're going to be working on some refactors of the quest system to improve it moving forward, but they will not be in the pool for this stage of beta.
Cool. Well, another good segue for us then. Again, we've increased the amount of gold that players are getting from quests and from the other play methods. Let's just head on into the store. Let us show them what we've done to pack prices because they're the exact same. We've increased the amount of gold. We have not increased the amount of gold required per pack.
That's correct.
There you go. You can stop panicking about that. And you'll notice we've also fully fleshed out our store now so that it contains what the bundle prices are for what gems are going to be. We can show you, we're not going to dive into all this stuff on stream because we got way too much other stuff to worry about, but the all of the information, including what the gem bundles cost, as far as the real money transaction stuff that gets turned on in this update, and then what the pack bundles and all this stuff. All of this information is on the forums in the state of the beta, so we will leave you to check it out there, but that's where it is. I can tell by the fact that all of you guys have started posting information that we haven't shown on the screen. Some of you have already gone, which is cool. But yeah, so you are packs still cost 1,000 gold.
Yeah, and as we go in, we're gonna go open some packs now.
Yeah. Let's open some packs. Let's start off with that. I'm gonna rush to it because this is what you'll see a little later on. We granted all of these packs because opening packs is fun, and more importantly, opening packs also charges your vault, and we've made some changes to the vault. So we want all of our streamers later on and us right now to be able to show you guys what we've done for the vault.
And I'm going to go through these pretty quick.
Yep.
Wow, this is a nice 10-pack.
Wow, well done. Well done, you.
Yeah.
Whitelisted much?
No. No, I'm just basically blowing all my luck when I get to live. This is pretty much ensuring it. All right. But going to go through this pretty quick as we get to building.
All right, you got a vault open.
Yeah.
You gonna open them all and then go through the
vault?
Yeah,
I'm gonna get a couple out of this, I'm pretty sure.
Like I said, you're driving. I'm not gonna side seat drive you. You do what makes you happy.
Yeah. All right.
Well, this is what happens when you open 10 packs in a row. When you're opening 10 packs at the same time, it doesn't show you the commons or uncommons. It just shows you the rarest mythics and wildcards that you get.
Yep. All right. And the big one, Dominaria. I'm going to take a little bit of time here.
Got to read the cards?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. So there's a whole bunch of really cool stuff. You'll notice that he's already got at least one grayed out card. We also made sure that because the whole point of this Dominaria early access event is to show off Dominaria, we wanted to make sure that our streamers later on could build whatever decks they wanted to. So for the accounts that we gave them, the accounts that we're using for this right now, we stocked them up with a bunch of Dominaria cards so that people can build whatever they want to. I've already got one idea for a deck that I'm going to be building today, and it is super awesome. So I don't want to spoil anything. I'm gonna wait until you guys get to watch me take a walkthrough. All right. I'm still cracking packs because I was real dumb and opened one Rivals of Ixalan pack, and so I had to individually click through the other 9 before I could get back to open 10. So.
Yeah, I think Nate's gonna go rats. I don't know that I am. So I've got a bunch of vaults.
Don't, you spoiled it. You literally just ruined my secret. Why would you do this?
So the other thing we have updated again is the vault. The vault contains a mythic rare, 2 rares, and then 3 uncommons. With the new cadence of the base economy, we expect if you're playing it out, you're going to be opening a vault at least every 3 weeks. And depending on how you do in events, that could be a lot faster.
All right. So Dominaria is making an appearance beyond just the cards. A lot of the skins that we've seen around, obviously the menu screens, have got Teferi and Teferi Jorah and Karn. And so we've updated other areas of the game that we'll get to now. In fact, you're showing off one of the little minor updates that we've done. It's kind of a cool little visual thing. It adds a little flair to things.
Yeah, just a little. We added deck boxes. They're fun.
We like them. They're not game-breaking. We recognize this.
Yeah,
so.
it's another little thing too, but we're getting through some of what I call the happy path. The happy path is it works. You can get through it. The last update, we obviously revamped the menu scenes quite a bit, and now we're fixing some of the things that weren't quite on the happy path, like you don't have to scene transition to swap out your deck. You can do this right on the landing page.
Yeah, and this is, again, like, thank you for all of you who have continued to recognize and reinforce the fact that we are still in beta, because we are. Like, we're still building things, people who want new features and everything added in. we're listening and we're making changes. But there's a bunch like this. Getting this stuff in takes time, takes work, and there's a lot of little quality of life things that we're going to continue to refine in addition to those big, broad, sweeping things. You guys want drafts. You should be focusing on that instead of focusing on these small things. Why don't we just do it all? Like, it just takes time. Roll it all out like that.
It does.
So, all right, let's build some decks real fast, and then we can fight against each other.
I kind of wanted to do knights, but...
You do what makes you happy. My deck building is going to be very easy. Because I am a giant child. And I want to have fun.
All right, we'll get some.
I gotta. This deck is gonna be very important. I have to play. Let's see. I'm gonna change things up ever so slightly. Let's see. This is very important for me.
Oh yeah, this makes sense.
Don't cheat. Don't look. No, this is.
You told me what you're building.
No ghosting.
I don't even have to look over.
Don't ghost. All right. All right. Here's what we're gonna do. We gotta. Man, where are you? Where are you, friend? We're building the best deck in whatever we want to name this format. MTG Arena currently available, constructed.
And we have updated the cards, so the legendary cards do get the legendary frame.
Oh, nice.
Little details.
I appreciate this. All right. Good thing we gave us wild cards, because my Amonkhet packs did not provide me with what I needed. Oh, don't look. Stop.
I'm not looking. I'm looking at the cards.
All right.
Sure, we'll just load up on knights. My curve is not good.
All right. If you want to, Sean, you can show them the beautiful deck that I've created while he's still figuring his out. This is we're gonna make this. It's very important. All right, I'm done deck building. This is an incredibly tough deck to build.
I couldn't help it.
The best part about this is this also answers one of the questions that people had about how cards were going to work. So there you go. So best deck ever. For any of you guys in the early access event that are looking for some super spicy tech for later, here you go. This is A-list, tested and approved. This is going to be 24 lands is overkill. That's a very good point. We're gonna turn off. Disable land auto switches. Get out of here. We don't want you. Add more rats. In fact, just for the tilt factor, bam. There we go.
All right, so
this is
now I'm in the final couple cards.
All right,
I should just
we can go. I don't want to burn people's eyes with the majesty of this deck right now. So we can go back to.
I will just get some final things in. All right. Sure. All right.
I could always play other non-rat colony rats.
I've got my.
That doesn't sound like any fun. Though.
My saga.
Are there any other?
On my deck box.
Are there any other non-cat rat colony rats? I'm sure that there are. I just have to craft them.
Well, I'm in queue. I don't know what you're doing now.
What? Oh, done. Sorry. Going. Rats off to you. I'm sitting around admiring my handiwork. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, one of those things that players don't necessarily see. We did a matchmaking update a couple of weeks ago. This is one of those big data things, but on the analytics, we've got almost all of our matches happening at a ±2% win rate on the MMR matching. So that is working much better, and we're working in a future update to make sure that players understand the quality of the matches. We're going to be changing the ranking system, Sun, to make sure that that comes across.
Oh man, new avatars. Although technically they're both Bells and Lock, right? That's how, if I understand how Bells and Lock works, is Bells and Lock is love, Bells and Lock is life. Everything is Bells and Lock.
Your opponent will always be Bells and Lock for now. Eventually we'll get to the point where you're choosing your avatar, but it's not there yet. All right.
All right.
I can make this work.
So we're gonna play enough games that you will get to see the Dominaria board. It's not the only board that's in there. It's just added to the rotation, right?
Yep. Another thing that we've been seeing feedback on the forums on is around emotes, and that is something that's on our mind. We've got a little bit of a refactored emote system going on right now, and we're looking at additional opportunities there. I know I've been in enough games where I wanted to do an emote that I couldn't quite get across and not be a jerk, so trying to walk that fine line between communication and toxicity. Fun stuff. And the rats are coming.
No, not yet. I mean, I have to take some time off. I have to feed them to my crocodile.
Saga.
Is it a first strike? Oh, just vigilance? Oh, wow. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, the sagas are fun.
That's the first time I've seen one of those. That is awesome.
So we've updated the summoning sickness as well. I think we're in a good place here in terms of readability and visuals, but we'll keep taking feedback. Rats, just more and more rats. I'm not quite sure I thought this through.
I'm having so much fun right now.
Sure. I'm glad you're so amused. For anybody who hasn't seen the posts on the forums, as once you get to 4 rats, you can add as many rats as you want to the deck. Oh God, the rats. Yeah.
Oh my, I'm actually crying.
All right. That's all our rats, and more rats are coming.
There's no end to the rats.
All right. I think I'm doing okay. I got enough of the night tokens.
You do. The best part is like I just no follow up. Like it's my follow up is hopefully Bantu's Monument kills you at some point. So
yeah.
Putting ways to refill my hand would have been. Oh man, you know what I need? I need the Helm of the Host. That's what I need. Oh, she's first strike. Ugh. Ew. Okay. All right, we're just gonna. Oh, she has lifelink too. Oh, that's gross. She has vigilance.
Yep.
How does she have so many abilities?
All the things. Yeah, not quite.
I'm not having fun anymore. Oh my.
Yeah,
Oh my. Yeah, first strike is cheating.
Yeah.
Like, why are you being so mean to my rats? Like,
I think rats have been mean to humanity throughout it, and we're just getting our revenge here.
These are digital rats. Digital rats haven't done anything to anyone. They're
They're
pretend rats.
That is a lie. I can confirm that there are people on the dev team who have had to suffer through the bugs from digital rats.
That's
so.
that's fair.
Do I want to make that trade?
What trade? You have first strike.
Oh, that's right. Oh, crap.
Oh, man, we're making this one.
Yeah.
Block. This is when you blow me out because you have some sort of trick.
No.
All right. Yeah, I'm still dead. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Do. Oh, man, another Bantu's Monument. Now everything is real cheap. All right.
I totally misplayed through that, but that's okay.
Legendary. No! I guess that would make sense. All right.
In auto-tapping, we don't have any major updates to auto-tapping coming out with this. Next deck I put together, I will put together a multicolor deck. I can walk you through a little bit of how I use the auto-tap system. Players have pretty clearly identified the biggest problems with it in when you have a card in hand that you want to reserve, the system isn't looking at your whole hand, it's doing a best guess, and that's the place where it falls down the most. We've got some ideas around how to handle that.
Good game.
Yeah, good game. You look like you were having fun.
I had a lot of fun for like 5 seconds, and then I stopped having fun. All right, I'm gonna build a new deck real fast. What kind of cool Dominaria stuff do I?
Let's get over to the.
Actually, I know what I'm gonna do. I want to build.
There was a guy in here I saw. I think I'm gonna try and make work.
So are we gonna have now that we're putting more sets in? Are we gonna add spot to the filters where we can filter by set down the road?
That's on my short list for sure.
Awesome. That is good to hear.
Did I misspell it? Oh, man.
I get to ask questions that I don't know the answer to either, which is fun. All right, what should I build the deck around? Slimefoot? Or
no, that's what I'm doing.
All right, what should I do? Wizards deck? All right, we're going to do a Wizards deck.
Sure. So Deck Builder has had a minor update. The tiles now match with the card title bars. Just makes it a lot easier to parse what you've got in your deck.
Okay.
You've got a lot of little touches like that throughout the client. Yeah, still seeing the collection by set. ICRs are still in the mix, but they're as part of the event rewards, and we're starting them at uncommon. So they're uncommon, and we're having multiple. So when you're opening up ICRs through an event, you're going to have a much better chance of having a good ICR experience and less of the grind ICR experience. Let's see, other questions. One of the other things that is on the list is the manual tapping of lands, because you do have to play a chase game. One of the things that we want to look at is just having the stack be a stack. If they're tapped, they go to the back of the stack, so that it makes that experience much faster and easier. Queen black, sure. All right, I got to focus on deck building because I can't multitask in my brain like this. But
all right, so this is not a, oh, this is a real deck. All right, cool.
Sorry about the silence.
We're gonna cut a couple of those, cut a couple of those.
And let's add a couple of these guys in.
Card's not great in our deck. Let's go back and add some more instants and sorceries.
I saw a question fly by, can you get wild cards while drafting? And you cannot. That would certainly skew the wild, the drafting experience. The draft packs are
full packs.
Full packs. The land cards have been removed, but they are full packs.
Oh, that's what I should do. Let's get this out of the deck. I have a better idea. I have a better idea than I had before.
One of the big guy. Sure. And just because he's so good. Man, I'm just misspelling everything today.
You're loud. That's okay.
Why am I... Do I not have one? Oh, that's weird.
Okay. What do I want to do? Let's make one.
Gotta give props.
This is tough. This is tough. I know kind of what I want to do, but there's I'm spending a lot of spells that I shouldn't necessarily. Spending a lot of wild cards for this deck, which means I'm not going to have any for the event later.
I think that's okay.
I think it's fine. I think it's fine. It's worth it for this.
MOL deck view. We're talking about the layout change. So yes, this is still here.
Okay.
So we are not currently looking at having foil cards in. It's something that has certainly been talked about extensively, internally, externally, but it's not on our short list at the moment, mostly due to what it really adds to the game.
All right.
And it's a lot of things to foil correctly. Yeah, we'll show Doomfall in there.
All right, I'm ready.
Where am I? I'm at 60. Let me just fix my mana base really quick.
It's funny because conversations about things like like how we might do cosmetic variations on things. There's some really interesting conversations to be had because again, like if we're looking for a wide audience, like the ability to understand what's going on at a glance is important. And when cards look different, it's one of the like issues that I could see with doing alternate versions of art or things like that lead to an understanding for newer players being able to identify that two things that have different appearances are in fact the same thing. But there's a bunch of really interesting ways to potentially come up with cool ways to do things that allow people to make special, have a little more agency in what the customization of their game experience and game appearance is. And we do a lot of listening. I send messages to Chris every so often when I catch him, like, oh man, this person had a really cool suggestion, like via Twitter or someplace that I've got, just like send him a DM like with a link to the suggestion. So things definitely get through the pipeline. And those of you guys who've been interacting on the forum, Nick Wolfram, who was on stream with me a few weeks ago, like, is doing a really good job making sure that we're trying to pull this information in and trying to pass it off to people. So
yeah, and saw a question go by, can you pay for drafts with packs? The store packs are very different from the draft packs. The way to enter is with gems or gold.
Cool. So all drafts are keeper drafts. You are keeping the cards that you select. So don't discount the fact that you are getting, 42 individual cards that you have also gotten at least the agency to select for your collection as a part of the draft experience. So these drafts are not phantom drafts.
That is correct. You get to keep what you find.
What happens to gems after wipe? I will answer that question right now. That's a very good question. Basically, the way that it's going to work is there are two types of gems. There are the gems that you purchase with your with money, and then there are the gems that you earn as a result of your performance in events. What we're going to do is anything that you purchase with money, as far as gems go, you're going to get those same gems back after the wipe. Anything that you would have earned as far as gems, or anything that you have, purchased with, the gems that you got through earned, those will not be refunded. So it's all, like anything that you have spent money on, you will get refunded the gems for that, just not from the gems that you've gotten from events.
And draft packs do contribute to vault progress. And any cards in the draft that would vault at the end.
I had to mulligan. My hand was not great.
My deck is probably not great, but yeah, we'll make this work.
Oh goodness, this is even worse. Am I on the play? I am on the play. Ugh. Keep it. This is going to be real bad.
So, in terms of grinding, again, to focus on the way we're trying to set things up is the base grind is going to be the wins and the quests, and then after that, if you're looking to grind more, we expect you to be going to events to do that. One of the events, Quick Constructed, with your gold earn each day, you can basically enter that twice. You're going to have to save up for a draft over the course of, I think, 5 days to get into a draft with gold.
Just so you know, like what is May 4th is when the first quick draft event is, something like that. Like it's not going to be immediately upon the release of the event, and we'll basically want to make sure that people have an opportunity to save up and earn the gold, like under the new free-to-play economy. Make sure that you have access to the gold that you need to be able to play in those events when the first draft fires. The first draft will also be, it will be Amonkhet block, is that right? Or something like that. I think that's what it is.
Amonkhet Hour.
Amonkhet Hour, yeah.
Yeah.
So we actually have an event schedule that is supposed to be going up sometime soon.
Yeah, the event schedule actually went out with the state of the beta, which is live. So you can definitely look there for that information. Saw another thing coming through. When is Best of 3 coming? That is obviously a really important feature to us.
Yeah.
Shortly. It is on the short list.
No, I believe that the second quick draft event, the one the following weekend, is Dominaria. Not 100% positive. Double check that event schedule just to make sure.
So eventually we will have a casual queue. We're not there yet. Mostly just making sure we don't split the player base in closed beta too much, but there will definitely be a casual queue for people to play in. So saw the no grinding. I guess that really comes down to how well we do with the events, and that the events are where we expect players to grind. You can go infinite in them. Yeah, some of that, of course, comes down to player skill. And when you're in an event, the matchmaking is going to be win-based. So you're going to be matched with people with similar wins. It is modified by your limited MMR, but we will see.
And Kuno, to the idea of getting a Twitch add-on so viewers can mouse over cards to view them, that is an idea that I've had for a while. I really like the iterations that I've seen out there. It is a question of, it is definitely something that I am interested in pursuing, but it's not something that is in the immediate future, I'll say. Just sacrifice things, right? It's all 2 sacrifices, fine. All right.
So is Shock in the welcome decks? The 2017 welcome decks?
I don't know, maybe?
Or is that Kaladesh Ether Revolt? Sorry.
Yeah.
Saw a question about Shock. Kaladesh and Ether Revolt are coming down the line as well. We're not too far away from them either. Language of support. That is something that, if they're not watching the stream, the team downstairs is working on right now.
And if they are watching the stream, hey guys.
Yeah. We've had some fun bugs in the last couple releases just around the work to get language support going for all of the people not on English Windows systems.
Play.
Does rank affect draft opponents? It does not. There is an MMR behind the scenes that has a very minor impact, but everyone's starting on an equal playing field, and over time, that doesn't shift things much. It's more within that pool, matching people within that win-loss bucket with people of similar skill.
Let's see. To answer a couple questions, once we are in sync with what the current, once we have standard in, we are going to be adhering to the standard ban and restricted list, correct? Additionally, as far as, got another question about what we're planning on doing on our rotation, that is something that we are in the process of exploring right now. So we will have an answer for you closer to when the rotation comes. Which is another one of those things I know you guys love it when we tell you that stuff. All right. What do I want to do here?
Most of the events have packs as rewards, so getting into events not all of them. I believe Quick Constructed does not, but drafts have packs as rewards. Secret things in the future as well.
Right now, we have the things that we have to work with, and in the future, we may have more things. So, who knows? Who knows what the future holds? We have an idea. Open API for app creators. We've been having a lot of conversations about third-party apps and the people who are coming up with some really, really cool ancillary things. And I don't think we have a full decision on everything just yet. It's something that we know there's a lot of people doing a lot of work out there and have come up with some very, very cool, interesting little add-ons, and we're aware of them. We'll be keeping an eye on them. We'll see in the future how we want to handle all that.
Yeah, so when it comes down to external apps, generally, as long as the app isn't trying to communicate with the servers, we're generally okay with it. It's the line we're starting with. And then we'll see.
This game got hard. Let's see. I caught a couple of questions earlier about does cracking booster draft packs, do cracking draft packs count towards your vault? And I believe the answer is...
the answer was yes.
Oh, it is yes? Awesome. Yeah. Cool. Learn something new. Let's see.
Yeah, so I think we've talked with people on the forums about Brawl in that Brawl came up on us quick. This goes into another question on Two-Headed Giant. We are not currently set up to move towards Two-Headed Giant. That's not in our roadmap at all. That's a much more complicated problem. And our rules engine isn't really set up for it, and that's part of the challenge around Brawl. It's getting into the command zone and then linking it through to all of the other systems that we're currently supporting. On that note, I have been looking at getting in a singleton event and trying that out and seeing how it goes. That's a much easier ask, and I'm hoping we can get that in the not too distant future.
Yeah, it was one of the biggest things about Brawl is Brawl's kind of cool for the way that collections tend to grow in Arena and that they grow wide. Like wildcards give the ability to focus in a spot, but a lot of times people build up wide collections. So having those access to a singleton event like that would be a cool way for people to be able to use what they got. Please don't kill me. Yay, I'm not dead. Oh, yeah, I mean I am real close. Like.
So if you go, one of the questions is if you can't enter draft for packs, how are you supposed to go infinite? When you pay into a quick draft with gold, the reward out of it is in gems. So you can earn enough gems to go right back in and play again. Sorry.
It's okay, I'm pretty sure I'm dead on board. No, I'm not dead on board.
Yeah, you are.
Am I?
Yeah.
Well, that's not on board. It was in your hand. It's literally what the definition of on board is. I want to run back with these decks. This deck is fun.
What are the thoughts on deck trackers? I know we've got one out there in the wild, and I believe we said that's okay. It's all data that you could capture. It's not leaking anything that is unknown. So as it stands right now, we're okay with that. Any chance for a Momir basic style event variant in the future? Potentially. That is certainly one of the events that could come in. I know that there are members of the rule team who really like that as an event. It's fun. So that's definitely a potential one.
If you want, like we have all the information on the rewards and record requirements for the events in that state of the beta, correct? So like all that information is up there for people who are looking like, what do I need to do to go infinite in draft? It's right there. So just find your line where the amount of gems that you are winning from a draft is equal to or greater than the cost of the draft, and you're good to go.
One of the questions I saw fly by is, are there any changes to timers in this update? And there are. We are increasing the amount of time that a timeout allows. There are a couple of decks that were unplayable without that change, mostly around the new perspectives and the ability to get to the point where you can have it go off and have the time to sufficiently do this. There are some complexities around that. I've been looking at timers a lot. The thing I can say on the grand scale, 97% of all of our matches happen in under 20 minutes. There's 3% that go beyond the 20-minute boundary, and we're looking closely at that echelon of games. Some of those games that go beyond the boundary are people who are slow playing on purpose to be jerks, and please don't do that. The thing that we're looking at for the next timer update is having more of the time allowed focused around performing meaningful actions that can't be undone, and taking some of the base time out of it. You got in the queue and matched with somebody else?
Stop matching with me.
Yeah. So timer changes are coming. Most of those will likely be in the next update.
Cool. Let's see. You want to kick off another game? We got enough time for probably one more. We're gonna have to.
You're going to do Wizards again?
Yeah. I don't think we got enough time to necessarily build another deck and then go for it. So So we had some questions about friends list and challenge matches. I know that we answered this in last week's State of the Beta, right? It is like we kind of, I think, to use the phrase that was used in the State of the Beta, rip the band-aid off on that one. It is not coming with this update. It is something that we want, but it is there are more things that we need to get put into the game before that. But it is on the roadmap. It's just don't expect it in the near future. That's the best way to put it.
Correct.
And challenge matches are actually a step even beyond just getting a friends list and all that taken care of.
Yep.
So.
Ordering triggers on the stack is another one of those things that we are well aware of. It's in the not too distant future. I can't say exactly when, but
cool. It's on the roadmap.
It's on the front end of the roadmap.
Yeah.
Because it is one of those major parts of the rules that we have not currently implemented. We know it's a missing gap, and there are cases where people are going to be losing matches because of it, most likely in the cat token deck. Another exciting thing with the cat token decks is I know a lot of games have run into issues when you've got a lot of the priests out and the stack gets crazy. There is still the possibility of getting to the point where there are enough triggers that the client will crash, but we've put in a lot of protections around that and changed some of the communication to reduce the problems with it.
All right.
Yeah, I actually don't know what's going on with the entry there. There was something in our debug client with that. I'm not quite sure how it slipped in. So I'm going to be looking at that right after the stream.
Welcome to the beta, and not even just a beta. This is like we are literally to do this stuff. Even with the players who are playing in the stream right after this for the Dominaria Early Access event, find out who they are in the State of the Beta today. We got links to all of actually, so there's a pinned post about today's Early Access event that you all should go check out. It lets you know who all of the 27 streamers are. Go check them all out. Find the new favorites. Find someone you like. We'll also be hosting through a selection of them on our channel afterwards. So go find somebody.
So the question on the wildcards, that is referring to the pseudo-random protection. So you are going to get at least that. For whatever player ends up with only getting them based off of the pseudo-random, wow, you should buy a lottery ticket. We expect players to get far more out of that and then even more out of the vault. I mean, the other part that I know I'm really excited about is getting more playtime on Dominaria itself. I was really curious about how the sagas were going to play out, and I forgot to add them into this deck. But I've been having more success with them than... I shouldn't have done that. This is what I get for talking and playing at the same time. More success with them than I thought. They are a really interesting mechanic. There was another quick question on, I believe, the Thallid and how its +1/+1 works. As soon as it goes into the battlefield, that applies to other creatures. So why are we waiting on Dominaria drafts? Part of that is actually to ensure that the bots have the information that we need them to have to draft correctly. In the future, we're going to be pulling data from our pod drafts to basically inform the bots. Right now, we're pulling that data from MICGO. So we're giving...
It's Magic Online for people who don't, people who are not inside
from
this
Magic
building.
Online.
Yeah.
So basically, right now, we're waiting for some aggregate data from Magic Online to pull that data and allow the bots to do things more intelligently.
All right. Well, time for this deck to start doing some of the stuff that it does.
Question is, do you get any gold rewards after the 4th win of the day? And the answer at the moment is no, you do not.
That is what events are for, though, right?
Correct. Again, we expect people to take the gold they have earned, go into events if they want to continue that grind. we will see. Is this the final economy? We're certainly not there yet. We've got some closed beta yet to go. We will let people play in this. We'll get feedback, and we'll see where we go from there. So with the front list sets, there may be delays on the quick draft. That's a place where pod draft would happen first potentially.
The wipe is, I think the wipe that we've announced is when we go to open beta. Is that correct?
Correct. The next planned wipe is with open beta.
When will the update happen? We're taking things down to put everything on tomorrow. So. The update will be accessible as soon as we are back up from that at some point tomorrow. And this is a big update. Like, we've gone through all the changes, and so it's going to take a bit to put it up. But we've had some surprises in the past. Just keep an eye out. Make sure that you're following us on Twitter, especially at MTG_Arena. You can also check the server status subforum for an idea of when we're down and when we're up.
So one of the questions I saw fly by is why not have more rewards past the initial wins? And part of that is a time valuation. You know, we want players to be able to get in and get their rewards out of the economy, and then sort of, if they're done for the day, they're done for the day, go on and do other things. One of the things we got out of the ICRs is if you have that trickle rate in there, you know, players will go after it, and it leads to not necessarily the most healthy play experiences, because if you're grinding a deck for long periods of time, it can be a grind. Some of it is, you know, we'll see how the events do, and do they actually provide the post, you know, core play experience that we're looking for? We think they will, but you know, that's part of this test. I am in trouble.
I mean, I have one creature that can attack, so you're not in that much trouble. Ooh.
Yeah, one of the questions, can the servers handle the stress after the big update? If you see any stress on my face, it is certainly around that. We are expecting more players than we have ever seen in the game before with this update. It is a very large update with systems going out that we have never tested at quite this human scale before. We've got lots of back-end testing that implies that we should be fine. This is also the first time where we may hit our player cap, so if we do that, you will see a, sorry, we're full, retrying a little bit. We're going to be working on making that experience better with a queue in the future. I should have cast and not talked.
It's okay, you even made phase B, that's fine. You can do whatever you like. You're the boss, you're in charge.
So for the person who's just in, I advise going to the forums and reading the state of the beta. You will get all the economy information there. At the moment, all of our servers are located in the States. Looking at regions is something on our radar, but we have not split out yet. I should get reported for slow play.
Oh, it's okay. Here in like 5 minutes, I'm going to make you concede to me if I haven't beaten you already. Let's get this back.
Yeah, state of the beta as a chat command would have been a good idea.
Wonder if we have any of our... We're going to be on this channel for a bunch today, as well as on a whole bunch of other channels. You guys should go make sure that you're familiar with those streamers who are streaming in the early access event afterwards. Sure, we'll do some blocking. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so one of the questions is around cards that you're going to be seeing across sets, so like Legion, Conquistadors, and the like, especially when they've got the same art. That's definitely something we're talking about. I don't have an answer for you at the moment, but it's something that we're discussing.
Ugh. Man,
in terms of payment options, I don't have the exact in front of me. My memory is Visa and MasterCard to start, with additional ones coming online as we go out.
All right. Ooh, how does it determine which packs you get from your rewards? Like which set? That's a good question. I don't
Wait,
know.
what was the question?
So when you win packs as a reward, is it the most recent set?
It's the most recent set.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, now you've got me questioning it. I know the weekly wins have gone to Dominaria. I know that for Dominaria Draft, it's Dominaria. And now I'm questioning whether it's Amonkhet Hour for that draft. So the question was, are again, on the pseudo-random for the card bundles, those are part of the pseudo-random system. We know from that system you will get at least that many. We expect you to get more than that.
Yeah, I know I could play the Gizu Lava Runner. I'm well aware. I am under the same thing where I am paying attention to what's going on and also getting ready for the fact that we literally want to stop streaming just before 1 o'clock because you guys should not be paying attention to us. You should be paying attention to the 27 streamers we have participating in our early access event. We're going to be giving them access to exactly what we've been playing on right now. You can find the full list in the state of the beta on the forums, forums.mtgarena.com. It's on the general discussions tab. It should be pinned by now. Go watch them. They are way more entertaining than we are. And we're going to set them loose, let them build whatever decks they want to with all the Dominaria cards, have fun for a couple of hours, and then you guys will get to watch Quick Draft in action because the second half of this, the second 2 hours of our early access event, we're going to open up the Quick Draft queue and let people go to town, build their decks, and battle. You may find, as you're watching them, they may get matched up against somebody with a mythic orange name. We've got some Wizards employees in the building who are also contributing, having some fun. I'm going to actually go sit down in a room right now and go do my best to hang out with people as well. But
yeah, and just one of the questions I saw fly by was, do you expect people to keep playing if they're only going to earn rewards for that first hour and a half of gameplay through the sort of heartbeat of the economy? Mm-hmm. And I mean, the answer so far has been yes. We've seen a lot of people play a whole lot of Magic without those additional rewards. But again, you can get additional rewards. What we expect you to do past that point is, you've got gold from the first, you enter into events, and you can gain further rewards down that path. Again, we'll see how that works. Mm-hmm. The events are going to be something that we will continue to adjust. They're going to be the place where we do the most playing and the most changing. When you see 1 to 3 8-card Dominaria boosters, that is random. Some of the events do have random payouts on them. Others, like Quick Constructed, are more structured. Again, this is just part of the variance. We're trying out a bunch of different events types. We're going to see how players respond to them, which ones are successful, which ones aren't, and then we're going to keep iterating on them.
Yep. All right, well, we have exactly 2 minutes and 10 seconds before I'm giving us the boot. So, again, thank you guys for coming and hanging out. I hope you learned a whole bunch about what we've got coming in this update. The update is taking place tomorrow, but prior to that update, we have let people into kind of the back end side of things. We've got 27 streamers who are going to be participating in our Dominaria Early Access event. You can find a full roster of streamers in the pinned post about it in our forums at forums.mtgarena.com. Look for the early access post and go take a look. Find somebody, go hang out with them. It's going to last starting in 1 minute and 30 seconds. For the next 4 hours. They're going to be playing Constructed with Dominaria. They're going to be quick drafting for the second half of that. It should be a lot of fun. We've invited a whole bunch of people in. And really hoping that you guys go out, check out people you haven't watched before. Give people a try. We're trying to build our streaming community, trying to build our community of streamers. And part of that is going out and supporting people who are making cool content for us. So go have fun. Enjoy the show, make a new favorite, and for all you guys participating in the event, Why are you here? You have your own stream to get ready for. Go out and do it. This has been fun. I've had a good time. Have you had a good time?
I've had a good time. Lots of really good questions. Some that we can't necessarily answer right now, but we'll be able to down the line.
Yep. Keep an eye on those forums for all of the conversations we're going to have moving forward. Make sure you're following us on social media as well, at MTG_Arena for Twitter, and you can find us on Facebook.com/MagicTheGathering Arena. We'll be posting a lot of stuff there. We have 30 seconds to go, so I'm going to stop talking now so I can literally pack my computer up and run.
And I will see you all on the forums and next Monday on Reddit for an AMA.
So there you go. Cool. Thanks a bunch, guys. Check out the information online. Thanks for stopping by, and go watch a streamer play our sweet game.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.